Charlie's Collectible Show. We're here in Georgia for an amazing Lorcana tournament. You know, Charlie's has deep roots in the Lorcana community. It's where Lorcana history is made. It's been won by greats like Zansied. It's where Brent and DeCandio put Diggy Diggy Hole on the map. It's where Lucas Serrano took down his mentor, Kendall Burdett, on the way to the finals. And where just recently we saw Brooms making a splash in the finals, and then that got carried on to Worlds. It's gonna be an amazing day. I can't wait to show you all what's inside.
Yeah, I can't believe we're here. It's happening, and set 9 is officially starting, so let's just go inside.
Let's go take a look. All right.
Liam, we're here. This is the room where it happens. You've been here before. This is my first time, but what can we expect here?
This is the Charlie's. I mean, this place is amazing. Not only do they have a tournament set up, a big snack shack, which we'll show you in a second, but there's all sorts of vendors with goods and products of all kinds here. It's a really fun place to hang out and shop if you're in the area, and it's a great venue to hold a Lorcana tournament in.
Yeah, I think my wallet's a little scared, but luckily we'll be in the booth. They have good taste. Stitch is here, okay? So, gotta love that.
This is the snack shack. This is where players and commentators refuel throughout the day with energy drinks and all sorts of goodies and stuff from overseas. It's kind of cool. And here we go.
And this is where it's crazy, because when you're outside, you're like, oh, it's just a little card shop. But no, this is just a small corner of this giant, giant labyrinthine venue.
It has all the things, all the plushies. There's Bluey. Look at these. Huey, Dewey, like all
Huey,
the
Dewey,
Disney plushes
and Louie, and Uncle Donald.
hanging out together. Look at this, Mickey.
Yeah, I have blinders on. I'm walking past. No, I have to stay in the venue.
It's dangerous for our wallets. This is the start, just the start of the play area. Look, we're gonna have almost 500 players here today. That's a lot of people. So what you're seeing right here is just a bit of where players will be playing today.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is it. No, there's more, which is kind of the theme here today. But wait, there's more. So
it's wave to the broadcast team over there. They're busy.
But speaking of busy.
Speaking of busy, here are the judges getting set up, getting ready.
The best in the business. And more. But wait. They judge you, but in a good way. But we also have more tables. You might say, oh, so that's it, right? No.
No.
There's more.
No. Let's take a look upstairs.
I hope you brought your walking shoes. And shout out to our cameraman.
Whoa.
We made it.
More tables, more judges.
Yeah. The judges, the tables, and even more.
This is the top area.
And this will be where our featured players are. Shout out to the wonderful crew at 20 Lore for putting all this together. It looks just like this. It looks like this, but they're a little bit more stressed than this.
Katie, what's in here?
Here, this is where the magic is made for the captainating team. We're gonna be in this room here today. So you might remember this stream from the other side, but this is our view. And we're gonna do our best to bring you the greatest stream possible.
It's gonna be amazing. Hang out with us all day today. There's gonna be some amazing Lorcana. There's almost 500 people. It's an incredible event. We can't wait to see you in the booth.
Absolutely.
That's it. Brent, how you doing? People don't want to see us. They want to see the table.
Yeah.
But hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Do not believe what you are seeing on screen. On the right there is going to be Humble. On the left, I believe, is going to be William. Humble will be playing the Blurple that you have all been loving. But you know what? We got an Amethyst Steel player up against a Blurple. No more mirror match. If you have been wondering, at the toppest of the top levels, which is going to win? Blurple versus Amethyst Steel. Usually, you give it to the control deck. You give it to the Sapphire player, right? We think the Blurple is heavily favored, but the last few weeks has been Amethyst Steel. That is the story that has been going so far. And on the other table, I believe it is Tiago with the Amethyst Steel versus Jeremy Bertrioni of the Club Lorcana podcast. So yeah, we got a very diverse top 4 here with Amethyst Steel coming on top. As much as people are complaining about the Blurple.
Yeah, this is what a fantastic matchup, because as you pointed out, like the two decks that really at the top of the game coming into this match were Blurple and then Amethyst Steel. Amethyst Steel is a deck that it stands a fairly good chance into this matchup if there is a deck that does. So this right here is kind of what I think everybody expected all day yesterday to look like. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Me too. We're going to see what the seeds are here. It looks like the names are still getting set up. apologies. We wanted to cut as soon as we saw the players
fast.
shuffling up. Yeah, Liam was like, "Let's go. We're coming in. We're going strong." But we weren't quite ready for the match to begin. We're still getting a little bit of technical issues here settled. You're seeing Toops, who has been doing an amazing job casting alongside us this weekend. I mean, let's can we talk about the deck list?
These are open deck lists. We can talk about them.
Okay, let's talk about them here. We got that's William, and I'm just realizing I don't know Humble's real name.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I just looked through. I've got all 16 deck lists in front of me, and here's the thing. I know Humble's friend, but I've forgotten it. So I was looking through this list, and I'm like, which one is Humble? I forget.
Hold on, I got it.
Chat's gonna help us out.
Corey. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Earth Shattering, for the update. He's quite. I mean, what a man! What a man! Right? Who's and Katie and I were just joking about it outside. It's not enough to just know somebody's name. You also have to know what their Discord name is, as well as what their nickname around the community is. Sometimes they're all three different things here. Yeah. So Humble.
I was at a DLC once, and I didn't realize that I was talking about Sailor for 5 rounds because I kept seeing his name, Pierre-Marc Duguay, and I was like,
yes,
I didn't know who that was, and I was like, oh man, that's Sailor. Anyway,
it took me a very long time, and I still don't know sometimes, but
yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at these deck lists here. I mean, it really doesn't. There's nothing really here that is striking me as something we haven't seen, but. Important to note, we got the 3 Rafikis. We're valuing those over the not Palace Guard. What is it? The Octopus. The Octopus man. Oh no, the Octopus guy. Is that
Palace Guard?
Is that Palace Guard?
I think it's Palace Guard. Royal Guard is the
Royal Guard. No, you're no. It's Royal Guard is the Octopus. Palace Guard is the yes. Thank you, Edge SKL. We appreciate you. Yeah, we're. All we are professionals here at CCS. We got 2-second start to the rights. We got the TikToks.
It's fairly standard.
Oh, and the Baymax. Armored Companion.
Yeah, so if there's a twist, it is the Baymax. You don't see those in every Blurple list. It is a way to give you a little bit of reach. It's a fun little card. It didn't see much play when it first came out, but some of these decks are running them now. I love to see it when they go off. So, 2 Baymaxes in there. And
let's see how much spice William is rocking on the Amethyst Steel here. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the Accomplished Mystic. We're seeing the Marine Sergeant Calhoun. A lot of the very similar things that we're used to seeing here. Genie Wish Fulfilled, Genie Satisfied Dragon, 4 ofs of each. Those cards being absolutely broken within this meta. The name of the game for so many of these decks is evasive, and the answers for them. 1-drop Happies, 3 Jafar, Aspiring Rulers, 4 Jafar, Royal Viziers. These are the cards that give Challenger +2, as well as the cards that are evasive on your turn. And then we have the Madam, you were telling me about this Madam Mim Tiny Adversary.
Yeah,
what many people know as the Skater Mim.
Yeah.
How did the match go down against Amber Steel? Why was it so powerful?
Madam Mim. It just changes the math. Chad has heard me go on about this for a while, but I will say it again. The entire math of these aggro decks are built around preventing your cards from being removed by certain cards. It's one of the reasons why Chernadogs, for example, went to all of these 0-4 characters like Little John Camp Cook. He's an 04, like vanilla, right? Same with Jim Deere. He's an 04. Daisy Duck is so good. If Daisy Duck was a 1-3, Daisy Duck would not be that good. But Daisy Duck is a 1-4 because that 4 willpower stat line really, really matters. Because there's so many things that in the early game, like Bell Accomplished Mystic, there's so many things with 3 strength, and then Smash, which does 3 damage. It's 1 extra damage you need to get out of something like Strength of Raging Fire. So that matters. And when you change all of that math, and when you've designed your aggro deck to get around 4 things that challenge for 3, and all of a sudden everything challenges for 4, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
Makes sense. Makes sense. The Rafiki makes a lot of sense to me now, because Rafiki into a into a Daisy Duck with the Madam Mim, Skater Madam Mim, also known as the Tiny Adversary, makes a lot of sense. We are getting off to the start of this game here. Humble, 5th seed. William, 9th seed. Do we know if that's correct? I believe that's correct.
I think that's right.
Which means that Humble will be on the play. I mean, you kind of got to give it up. You kind of got to give it up. Humble undefeated, I believe, is what Sailor was telling me outside. A teammate of Maelstrom, Humble's team, really showing up here at the CCS. R&B also shout outs, Sailor also shout outs, made it very, very far. Deep runs here. So let's see how this game pans out.
We are off to the races. Now, those of us, if you've been here, you saw William last round. This is the deck that you saw handle Mitch's first seed Amethyst Steel deck fairly well. Humble now on turn 1, not playing that. Why do I always blank out on who it is? The 1-drop support.
Oh, Basil.
I do that every time.
No
not playing the 1-drop support, instead looking at Develop Your Brain. Oftentimes you see this when somebody's missing that ramp card on turn 2. Or if you just don't have a 1-drop. But I do see the Tipo in hand there.
Yeah, and he did ink the Sell the Azurite Sea.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Some of these control decks, I'm used to playing on curve. I'm used to playing a 1-drop. I'm used to playing a 2-drop. I'm used to playing a 3-drop. But we start getting into the blurple stuff, and sometimes it's right to just go, you know what, I'm just going to develop my brain and pass the turn. And now William.
Yeah. The thing is, Basil is so impactful on turn 1, and especially in this matchup when you're on the play in an Amethyst mirror. Because of that, it's the Genie Elsa math. It completely changes it. So when you can stick a Basil on turn 1 and it hangs out until turn 4 or 5 and then does work into another Genie or augments your Elsa, it's really, really good. And turn 1 is often the time you like to do it. So anytime I see Develop Your Brain, I'm always thinking maybe perhaps the curve isn't right on, or sometimes players are just better than me and they want to do something else. So, which is often the case.
Yeah, I don't always know. I don't always understand when they like ink the Rafiki and pass. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you doing that? It always freaks me out a bit. But the Genie's going to come down here. Humble already off to a great start. I don't want to say neither, but this Happy is not going to by himself be able to trade into this Genie here. And at minimum, you'll have to 2 for 1 if you drop another Happy down. So Humble already coming out with a 2-quester that's going to be getting a lot of value here. First, we're seeing did I see that right? He quested the Calhoun first.
Quested the Calhoun first. Yep.
Okay. I wonder what usually when somebody quests something out first before playing anything, I'm used to seeing the Madam Mim snake or you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm like, why did he quest that first?
Where's the bounce?
Yeah, where's the bounce?
But instead, we're getting Genie Satisfied Dragon coming down, a 3/4 evasive on his turn. A nice answer for that Genie, especially when it's paired with that Madam Mim, Tiny Adversary that we keep talking about. We'll see if that's a surprise card that William's waiting if that Genie becomes vulnerable. Back over to Humble though. Humble now, it's turn 5. Normally you have the Genie Elsa combo. There's the Elsa. It's going to exert the Happy, and Tipo going to go in, clean it up, do a little bit of work there. And passing back over.
And we still don't want to quest that Genie.
I think Humble knows that Tiny Adversary is in that deck. In fact, is that it in hand there?
It is.
So what a trap that he avoided there, because you play that Adversary, that Genie gets Challenger +1, able to clean up that other Genie pretty cleanly. So well played there. Genie now coming down on William's side of the board. Genie for Genie. It's the Genie Wars all over again.
And William just drew into a card that I think is critical in this matchup, which is the Dock. He'll be able to empty out his hand, start thinking about that. Or was it a Happy? I don't know. I believe that was the Dock, though. Calhoun is going to get another quest in here. And, William off to an all right start here. We're good on the board. We have some good board presence. But at the end of the day, the longer that this match goes on, the bigger Humble's cards are, and the more ink Humble is able to acquire and then start playing down some of the stuff that he wants. Ooh, backbreaking play here.
Big shift here. Yep. Elsa, Spirit of Winter coming down and going to exert 2 characters and then immediately challenge, removing that Calhoun from the board. That Calhoun who sneakily managed to quest for 2 lore over the last couple turns. And now both those characters will not be readied on William's turn. Huge play there.
Absolutely.
What a shift.
And now you quest out the Genie because you're afraid of the Elsa questing for 3. So you're essentially what I think is being said is you go ahead and play as many Madam Mims as you would like. You need exactly 2 if you want to take out my Genie with your Genie. But if you only have 1 in hand, then this Genie Dragon is going to have to challenge. You're going to have to choose, right? Because,
Well, they can't ready anyway, so it's a free quest this turn.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Free quest.
That's why the quest.
That's right. Free quest.
Forgetting for a second how Elsa works.
That's okay. There it is. The Madam coming down here, changing the math on the board. Calhoun coming down as well. Another one. And there is There's a happy
that hits the
into the inkwell, so happy to see it become ink there. But going wide a little bit here, and again, now we have that Madam Mim on the board. That does change all of the math. Keep in mind, everything now has Challenger +1. Madam Mim giving it to herself, as well as every other character on the board.
Little less powerful than the Lumiere that will give +1 strength just outright, so that anytime your opponent challenges in. But Bell Accomplished Mystic is going to go ahead and take out this Calhoun, and I mean, we're going to take out the
so
Genie
good.
Dragon.
This is why Blurple is so good. It just has so many cards that swing the board state. Cheeky little play there. Bell just shifting everything over, getting rid of Calhoun. I don't care if you have resist, he says. When you're moving damage counters, you're not doing damage. So back over to William now to see a response. And we have just Elsa's galore in hand. Elsa, is that 3 or is that just 2?
I believe that is... I think that actually is 2 Bell Accomplished Mystics and an Elsa, if I'm not mistaken. So that Elsa will go down. We'll challenge for 3. Yep, into the Elsa.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that Madam Mim proving why she is so powerful in this matchup and in this deck.
Yeah, Madam Mim just doing work against Amethyst Steel, and we're seeing her play it used to great effect here. Just changing all of the math.
Yep, and then we're going to get a nice challenge in from the Genie. Does that mean that another Bell is coming down? We're going to put maybe 2 damage. Nope. Okay, we're just going to outright. That's it.
Into the inkwell. And now, just one thing to note again, one of the back-breaking cards in this particular color pairing that we see a lot of is Second Star to the right. Really powerful in the mirror, but a card that looms large in any match where you're able to sing it for free. And now with this Hades on board, it represents the ability to sing that card. Just something to keep in mind if Humble draws into it. It's one of the ways that Blurple just runs away with games these days is by drawing 5 cards for free.
And now William drawing right into a Diablo. Nothing he can challenge into to get even a little bit of value off of that Bell. Sure, he can move that 2 damage to one of the other characters, but it's not going to do a whole lot. That Madam Mim is not going to be able to challenge in even and take anything out, even if you do move all of the damage. So William actually just in a very, very tight position here. I mean, not much you can do. Sure, you're going to get the Diablo out. Sure, you're going to get the Bell action, but now Humble has a full turn with 7 ink. He's going to quest for 2. I mean, Madam Mim Elephant, anybody? That's what it feels like. The 4 is getting exerted, and the Madam Mim Elephant comes down.
You called it.
I mean, yeah. Listen, man, you play enough Ruby Amethyst, you know when somebody's about to play a Mim.
Yeah, that's true. You can smell it.
You smell it.
You lost most of the bounce package, but this one remained. Dumbo's not the only elephant running rampant in the meta right now. This elephant making an appearance and finding a home in many of these Blurple decks, so... you see why it's used here to get an extra card off that Genie, and really impressive stat line once you get her on the board as well.
And Humble, for whatever reason, doesn't decide to quest anything out on that turn. Maybe he's deciding that he's already ahead on lore, so it's not super important, as well as William is kind of dawdling down to his last few cards here. Looks like a Cobra, which is great to play. You will discard a card, gain 2 lore, but I don't think he's going to do it.
I don't know if, I think he's saving the cards. I do wonder if he's preserving that Hades. I keep thinking, anytime nowadays, like Second Star to the right math is on the board in terms of characters, like that looms large in my mind. Protecting that Hades protects that line. Of course, he has it anyway with 12, but perhaps that's some of the calculus here.
And here's the brilliant part, right? I just figured out why it was that Humble did not quest either of those characters, is because you would be able to challenge into the Bell, only take 3 back on the Hades, and if William happens to have a Bell in hand, well, then you're moving that 3 damage and you're taking out a number of things. And that is actually exactly what is happening, because William has the Bell in hand. It's like Humble knows. It's like Humble is seeing through with X-ray glasses right now. What is the...
It's really, really fun. Like, Humble knows what he's doing. Another fun play here. Obedient Raven there, a great card. You quest with it. It replaces itself always, unless it's sent to your inkwell, because then it's not banished.
Yep.
Humble using an Into the Unknown to send it into the inkwell, not giving William that extra card. Lot of fun little play there. You usually see that you're familiar with that interaction with cards like Mufasa or cards that have a banished effect, but I've never seen it used on a Raven before. I thought it was funny.
Humble just playing to all of the outs. And I mean, imagine a turn where he quests that Hades. The Bell puts 5 damage in, right? And then the Diablo Obedient Raven is able to put 1 damage in, draw, and replace itself. I mean, you maybe give William a slight chance, but Humble, with the stranglehold on that match, at every single turn was making plays that made me go, why is he doing that? And then it was like, well, in case William has exactly what William has. And what a masterclass, man.
There's just like when you see one of these Blurple decks on curve, and to be fair, well, a lot of this is Amethyst, but when you see a deck on curve doing a turn 1 play, perhaps it's a develop your brain, but I love the Basil play. Turn 2 Tipo, turn 3 Genie, turn 4 Elsa, turn 5 Bell, and then perhaps, or you could go nowadays into a Dumbo and then immediately leverage your 2 evasive characters. Like there's not a lot that beats that. It's just one of the more solid like lines in Lorcana. That curve is just so oppressive.
Absolutely. Some people might call it poison. Oh, the poison. The poison? Yeah, the poison specifically designed for Cusco.
Cusco's poison.
That's the one. We're coming into the next game here. Humble is up 1. That means that William will be on the play. And we are starting off with the altar like we always are. Do not let those 2 green stars next to Humble's name fool you. We still got a little bit more Lorcana for you. We'll see if William is able to pull it out here. This is a must-win situation for him.
That second star to the right isn't there.
That
wasn't a very good one.
You sang 10 right there. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Most people I know can only sing up to 8.
Second star to the right, yeah. So yes, Humble only has that 1 win, which is why we're going into game 2 here. So Humble on the play in game 1, being the higher seed. William will be on the play in game 2. This deck in this matchup, so much happier to be.
We are 1000% getting a lot of Humble love here in the chat. Let's go, chat. Everybody, wake on up. It is game 2 here of the top 4 match of the CCS 25K. We're going to start off with a Diablo. Let's see what Humble does.
Yeah, one note we didn't mention earlier too, Brent. All players in the top 8 do get an invite into the Charlie's like 50K Invitational.
Oh, that's a great point. Mm-hmm.
The big Invitational, the big event.
The
top
50K
8 gets you in. So all of these players already with their invitation, you're going to see them all in the big Charlie's event. So now just playing for that extra prize and that beautiful playmat, the bragging rights.
And the money.
And the money.
And
so
the sweet money.
There's a little bit of that too.
Mm-hmm.
So William's second turn following up with that Jafar, something Vizier.
Jafar, blankety blank Vizier, Royal Vizier. Here we go. And the Tipo is going to allow Humble to start ramping up. William, though, on the play. Let's see how much this changes. Just one slight order. I mean, a lot of people talking about, this set, it might be a little tougher to win on the draw, the play-draw disparity, whatnot, right? But if you're going to be one of the best here at the 25K weekend at CCS, you got to know how to do it on the draw, and we're seeing Humble off to a great start here. We're going to quest for 2. William, I mean, what does William do here? I think you just have to play the part of the beatdown, right? We're going aggro. We're going to quest out as much as we can, see if we can,
Oh, interesting. Okay, so one of the indications here right now that we're a little bit off script. That Tipo, they're cleaning up that Diablo, but you'd love to play a Genie here. There's other things you'd like to be doing. Instead, playing a Madamim, getting that well-statted character on the board. We will send the Tipo back to hand. Tipo, after he's done his thing, oftentimes is convenient ink. So happy to have that back in hand. But yeah, a little bit off script here, so it kind of opens up a window. Now here comes the Dumbo. You'd like to have that when you can immediately leverage the Genie, but getting it out now, it invites a response from Humble. If he doesn't have the Elsa, even the Elsa would be enough.
Is not going to be enough.
So that Dumbo now able to be used with both that Jafar and the Genie, gaining evasive on William's turn, invites quite a bit of card draw there in William's next turn. So,
ooh, did you see the card that Humble just picked up?
I did not.
It is Into the Unknown.
No.
Yep, you got it. All right. Which means that Dumbo, if that Dumbo turns sideways, which it's hard to imagine a world where you don't want to draw 3 cards, gain 3 lore, right? I mean, if that Dumbo turns sideways, it is going to be an immediate target of Into the Unknown. Oh, instead, we're going to give it to the I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, so in this instance, one of the ways, so you don't necessarily want to spend all of your ink on your turn drawing with all 3 of your characters. What you want to do is play something and then use your remaining 1 or 2 ink to draw cards, perhaps if you want. You'd love to leave that Dumbo, though, up and ready and not exposed to a challenge from that genie augmented by a hypnotic strength or something like that. Of course, an Elsa does still make it vulnerable, but you don't necessarily... You're playing around that a little bit. But in this instance, Humble just taking away that card draw from that genie. And now here comes the Elsa, though, is going to pair with that Dumbo. Not going to draw cards, but instead going to be a challenger in this instance, taking out that genie. And it's back over to Humble now. Board looking a little small, but plenty of cards in hand.
Not to. Here's the thing with this Madame Mim elephant. It's going to dissuade William from and he had the second Into the Unknown.
Into the Unknown. I got to learn more words in that song.
That's the only words worth knowing, man. That's all we need to know. Yeah, but that. Whoa, and a third Into the Unknown.
Oh my goodness! All of William's characters heading off to his inkwell, questing off into the unknown.
Yeah.
Now left only with that Royal Vizier, so not able to utilize that Dumbo really for any card draw.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you don't want to, people might be confused. Well, why not just turn the Jafar sideways and then, let it, that Jafar is only evasive on William's turn. So that will be just fodder for Humble and his Madame Mim elephant. That elephant would then be able to transfer 2 of the 3 damage over. It starts getting messy. You don't want to put any damage onto that Madame Mim elephant. That's just the name of the game. So it's such a powerful card, especially against Amethyst Steel, who has a bunch of these characters who, yes, have high strength, might have high willpower, but it's going to be hard to contend against the stats of this elephant.
Yeah, very well statted card. And in this meta right now, I mean, when we had all the conditional removal like Madame Mim and Brawl and all these cards that Be Prepared removed, you're left doing a lot of damage-based removal. And so that extra anything with high willpower becomes such a pain to deal with. And that's one of the things that makes like Blurple so challenging, because you have things running around like TikTok and Madame Mim with 7 in the stat line, and then you have Hades running around with 6. There's just a lot of willpower to deal with. And when you're relying on damage to do it, it's tough.
It is, and I was talking about how last weekend the name of the game was Amethyst Steel, right? These Dumbo Amethyst Steel decks came out of nowhere, kind of won everything last weekend that was reported. This weekend, a little bit different. Why? This Madame Mim elephant. Now that people are onto it, now that people know that Amethyst Steel is the real deal, this Madame Mim elephant comes in so much handy in this matchup specifically. Also the second start to the right, which we still have not seen from Humble, but we know. I mean, it's just one of those looming threats that if William isn't able to keep on answering Humble's board or putting up enough threats that Humble has to keep dealing with, right? That second start to the right is an absolute backbreaker, might even lose the game on the spot for William if he allows Humble to get it off. But the question is, are we going to see it? Humble now with 6 ink, funnily enough, he's playing the Sapphire deck, but he's played 3 Into the Unknowns. So he's given William more ramp than he has given himself here, but kept this board absolutely stabilized. A Dumbo will come down on the side of Humble. Dumbo and Humble. Rhymes a little bit.
Humble Dumbo. Humble. Yeah.
This is the commentary everybody's been tuning in for.
It's day 2.
What rhymes?
It's day 2. Back up to William's side. So fun card over there. Jafar, Aspiring Ruler there. Fun Jafar card that we've seen mixed in a little bit in these Amber Steel decks. Not running all of them. But it does give Challenger +2. At this point, just a body on the board, trying to get as many stats as possible down there. So we do have that. I love that art, by the way.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Very good. Tells a story.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, the Hexwell Crown, we got all of the... I bet there's lore there that I don't know, but we'll get into a little bit of that later. I'm reading the comments. This is still Humble up 1 game. You might see the 2 green stars there, but yeah, still a lot more Lorcana to be played here. William in a must-win position. It is up 1-0 here.
And now William here, inking that Cobra in order to empty his hand, playing the dock there with an empty hand, drawing 2 cards. I mean, if this deck is going to win, it wants to start stringing together docks, and he drew
into another dock.
And Strength of Raging Fire, which when you have 5 characters on the board, is pretty good.
Yeah.
Immediately sung by Dumbo there to remove the other Dumbo. Using the Strength of a Raging Fire to get rid of that card draw. Genie coming down now. We'll draw Humble a card, and Humble is moving fast here. Another Genie.
Wow. Okay, not bad. You sang that well with the force of a great typhoon, might I add. We're going to take it out with the Madam Mim Elephant, and now here's the problem. I mean, we do want to take out the Madam Mim Elephant, but we're going to have to make a trade. That Madam Mim Elephant is, I believe, 3/7. So I guess you could ram the bell in there, but you are still saving a little bit of lore.
So you do have a Bell Accomplished Mystic. We can slide some damage around to heal one of your characters. So yeah, let's see which way we choose to go. Getting that elephant off the board would be really nice for a couple reasons. So I think William here trying to think about the best way to do it. Yep, and we're going to see the Bell Accomplished Mystic come in. I assume we're going to see another one
bell to put it onto the Genie.
There it is. Slide that over. Why not? Obedient Raven into the Inkwell, and we're going to hit that dock again, drawing into a Calhoun and a White Rose. White Rose there is a one of in William's deck. There's not a lot of reach cards left. We do have the Cobras, and we do have the one White Rose, enabling him to get a little bit of lore. So even though it feels a little bit like William's been on the back foot for part of this game now, questing up to 7, I believe, if we did see a quest out of those two, and with a kind of a massive board state here. So Humble hoping for some answers. One of the reasons getting that Madam Mim Elephant off the board is really important is if Humble does draw into a second star to the right, he can't sing it now. Azurite Sea being played here just to draw a card.
Yep. And that's never a good sign, right? When you see the Blurple player playing things like Sail the Azurite Sea just to draw answers, we're not finding enough.
Tick-tock coming to play here. 4/7 evasive. A really oppressive stat line here. Only quest for 1, but often used pretty much for board control. Just very well statted. Humble, it looks like scooping up a couple lore off of that Genie there, getting on the board here. Now it's 8-2. And back up to William for the response. With that wide board there, he did hit that dock last turn, right? So several new cards to play.
Several new cards because he activated the Dumbo right at the end of the turn, gaining the lore, drawing the cards. So William now with a huge advantage here on lore. This turn has 7 lore represented on board. Will be able to climb up to 15 if he finds that is the way to do it. I'm seeing 2 Calhouns in hand. That's not exactly what you want for this matchup. A lot of evasives on the board won't really help. The Genie seems to be in the right direction here. We got 2 Strength of a Raging Fires,
Strength of a Raging Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters on board. You drop another one, you start singing, you can start doing some damage. That TikTok has 7 willpower. That's a lot.
Yep.
But when you have 7 characters on the board, here it comes.
There we go.
It's the Strength of a Raging Fire, taking out that TikTok.
And now, I mean, you can't quest for 7.
But that's another one.
The Genies, and now Humble decides to swoop.
Yeah, that's
this is
all of the control, and it's incredible how quickly that changed. It did feel like Humble was well in control, was fine for most of that, but William there, really, there's a couple turns. It was a span of about 2 turns where things really turned.
It was the turn of the dock into the dock. I mean, man, yeah.
The dock into the dock. Dock, one of the best cards in the meta right now. A lot of people have said, and I agree with those people.
Steel typically deals with a lot of issues in drawing cards. Dock, one of the few cards that you can key, and especially with I mean, not as powerful now without the bounce, but I mean, if you find ways to just keep chaining docks, at the end of the day, you're probably going to end up winning the game because you just get a wide board as well as draw.
Yeah. And that's the thing. There's other card draw available for Amethyst. Now, we lost Friends, but Amethyst does have Genie, which draws you a card. And it also has Dumbo, which can draw a lot of cards. But Dumbo requires a setup. It requires you to maintain a board state to use it immediately or to let that Dumbo sit for a whole turn. And oftentimes, it's just not going to survive. And so Doc basically says, pay 2, draw 2 cards in the right scenario.
Yo,
and it's really good.
I am looking at Humble's hand. He does not have any of the cards that you want.
Full 7.
We're going to see. Okay, he finds the Tipo, he finds the Basil, so it looks like we're going to be okay.
Okay, good. And I saw a Genie there too. So at least we'll see a game. William here on the other side, I see the Diablo. We have the Jafar. We have the Elsa for turn 5. That's good. So shuffling up there. So good. I mean, it'd be great to see both these decks doing what they want to do. Let's have a good game. It is game 3. This is the semifinals. We're playing for a spot in the finals.
The final 2
of CCS
will be decided here. There's money up top. It's a $25K weekend. We're in the top 4 here. Do the stakes get any higher than this? I don't think so, Liam. Okay, and the players are off to a fast start here, getting the Basil out.
There's that turn. I love turn 1 Basil so much.
Right?
So much.
Yeah.
I can't even describe. It's such a good play in this matchup.
I am wearing a Rescuer's pin.
It's true. You
Basil
are.
is from the Rescuers, right?
Uh,
Oh no, he's a different mouse. Mouse detective. Mouse detective. You gotta give it up for me, though. There's a lot of mice.
Maybe he's in the same universe. Who knows?
He's within the same. Yeah,
it's possible.
He's a part of the Avengers next season.
Yeah, it's possible. You all didn't see the deadpan look in the booth here.
Oh, you did not. You missed it all. Oh,
that was good.
Liam crushed my soul. Let's see what William answers with here.
Humble right on script here with the turn 2 Tipo, inking an extra ink there. We'll see that Genie there next turn, most likely. Back over to William. And again, Humble, nothing in the opener, in the opening hand, mulligan to full, or alter to full 7. And now it looks like has pretty much the script for this deck in hand for the first few turns. In response, we're going to get that Jafar over there. It's a 3-2 stat line. It is evasive on William's turn, so you pair that with the Madam Mim, and now it can deal with a Genie. So not a terrible card to play here, but back over to Humble.
I can't imagine Humble's doing anything but Genie on this next turn. Ink, play the Genie, draw the card, right? I mean, no quest from the Diablo. I guess it makes sense because then the Basil can challenge in, and then the Jafar is not going to want to, go into the Basil. A lot of these small characters also. Let's not forget that Humble is cooking with second star on the right. I believe he drew it in the opening hand. And Ed Chu on the other stream earlier today showcasing why having it in hand and just waiting until you have the 10 is sometimes one of the strongest plays you can have. Tipo being a 2 singer, right? Basil offering 1 as that singer means that now Humble can just throw down another character here if he has another Genie. Oh,
it's the Elephant.
Madam Mim Elephant.
Elephant coming down, bouncing that Genie back. We saw that play game 1. Last game. And here it is again. Yep. That 3-7 stat line on turn 4. Pretty oppressive.
Yeah, and none of the characters on William's side are going to be evasive on both turns. Both the Jafar and the Genie only evasive on his turn, which means that Madam Mim Elephant will be able to eat them up. Do a little bit of Goblin if he turns those cards sideways. So really keeping William in check here is that Madam Mim Elephant. The Genie is going to come down. That's a step in the right direction. I think I saw the flash of another Genie in William's hand, which is also going to be helpful. Remember the Genie Wars? Oh, what a simple time.
Oh, the Genie Wars. What a Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And now Humble, Genie, right? Oh, TikTok! We're
4-7. We're just building up board states here, and this is one of the ways that you can go in this meta, which is both players just building up board states, looking for that. There's a couple cards that allow them to break through. When you don't have Be Prepared running around, there's not a lot of downside to just building up your forces. And trying to wait for that moment.
And this is a crucial. Whether William knows it or not, I'm sure he does. But will he have any answers for it? That TikTok and that Madam Mim alone will be able to sing second star on the right. Humble on his last 2 cards here, and you think, okay, well, card advantage is a thing. Maybe that's a part of it. Well, he's about to draw 5 fresh new cards and have 7 fresh ink, and that means that it's ripe for Hades time, right? It's about to be Hades Town in here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna play Sail the Azurite Sea here. Are we gonna ink something else here? I would assume that you would want to. Oh. Maybe there's a world where Humble inked the second star to the right with the Tipo, because I'm assuming you would want to play it, right?
Oh, did he have it in his opener?
I believe he had it in his opener.
So the thing about second star to the right is it's fantastic when you can sing it, but you want to have you want to be able to immediately leverage your ink to play several removal cards. Oftentimes it's a Hades, and you want to have 10 ink, and you play Hades followed by an Into the Unknown. We saw one Into the Unknown go into the Inkwell. So perhaps if he makes both his cards vulnerable by singing, it allows some really favorable trades on William's side of the board. So just biding his time here. There's really at this point no rush.
There is no rush, and I don't know if you saw, but I saw the flash of strength of a raging fire in William's hand, which means that with this amount of characters, we're 1 shy of being able to just cleanly take out this TikTok. That TikTok is about to be nothing. So we're going to pay 5. I'm assuming it's like an Elsa, right? 5th Spirit. Yep.
There's the Elsa. We're going to exert the Genie.
The Genie. Yep.
Oh, Strength of Raging Fire. Oh,
We're
this is
put
brutal.
2 in. Oh, no. And Humble on the back foot here. Everything was looking so good, but William just playing this absolutely perfectly, putting on a clinic of Amethyst Steel. And I mean,
in a world where you're building up your board state to 6, 7, 8 characters, Strength of Raging Fire
yeah,
it was good before. It's good on turn 3 or 4 to clean up little things. And late game where you can wreck things for like 7, 8 damage, it's just really good.
Yeah, I mean, William building up the board this big and then dropping the Strength of a Raging Fire. Look at Humble's face. It says it all. What do we do? R&B even shaking his head in the background there. Teammate R&B from Team Maelstrom. I don't know. I haven't seen what's in Humble's hand, but we're going to have to figure something out here. I mean, what can we even do? So many of these characters have evasive, so we're not going to be even able to touch them. This Madam Mim Elephant will be able to go into the Dragon. You're going to put 3 damage in, and then it's pretty easy to take out from there using Elsa and the Jafar. So that's not exactly the play that you want to go with. I mean, you're going to quest for another 1, but we are still early in the game. Let's not forget that. And this is one of the most swingy decks. Blurple, all weekend, we've been watching how much it can swing back and forth right when we thought that it was over, right? So I'm not going to count Humble out, but just judging by his body language, I'm seeing that he's got a difficult decision here. Okay, this isn't a bad start. So we're first going to challenge into the Jafar with the Elsa.
Keep in mind that Basil's there. And that Basil is where... This is where it comes into play.
Or take out
instead,
the Genie.
We don't need to. We're just going to take that Genie with 2 damage.
Totally makes
do a little board
sense.
control. And one thing I'm interested in, you'd think that William would be out of cards with that wide board state, but no, I think he has 2 left in hand, but running a little low. So Humble still has avenues back into this, but it's getting tight. So Basil here questing, I imagine we're going to see support on that, it looks like on the Tipo. Tipo then, with that extra strength, will challenge into that Jafar.
Okay.
Clean that up.
Madam Mim will
And
challenge.
then Madam Mim, not enough to take out that Satisfied Dragon.
I don't know. That's tough. I wonder if Humble maybe mistook the amount of strength that would be needed, but I mean, I think you need to take out one of these Diablos, right? At the very least, get some lore off of the board, because if not, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 9 lore next turn for William. I mean, I don't want to question anybody at this level of play, but I feel like that Basil strength and support might have been better into that Madam Mim Elephant to take out the Genie. I don't know. What do you think?
No, it's at this level again. It's not questioning people, but sometimes you overlook plays. There is an alternate play that was available where Basil quests give the support to the Elephant, which takes out the Dragon. Then say your Tipo takes out the Obedient Raven, and you have it preserved on the board. So not sure the decision there, but it is an alternate line available that Humble could have taken.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who am I to say anything?
No, sometimes you don't think about things until you're in the moment, but Humble is also a much better player than me. So,
the dock!
Obedient Raven into the Calhoun, into the dock at the right time. And just the docks have hit at the right moment every single time these last couple games. So, Humble here, still a lot on the board. No challenging has been done just yet. We'll see how William chooses to address this. But look at all those characters over there.
I mean, 4 characters in one turn. All of these low to the ground Diablos. The Calhoun isn't great because now you don't want to turn your Basil sideways, or even your Madam Mim Elephant. You think about maybe I don't turn it sideways because just a combination of the dock, the Genie, and the Calhoun will not only gain you 2 lore but take out that Elephant clean. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here, Liam. It looks like Humble's back is against the wall. We are only still 7-4. But what do we do? So there's 2 damage on that Genie. I think that the obvious one in my brain is you challenge the Madam Mim into the Genie, take the 3 strength back. You force William to say, okay, I need to take out that Madam Mim Elephant. But when you do that, you're kind of putting it in range of the Calhoun to gain some 2 lore. Make an efficient trade.
Well, there's just nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think there is a bell, so we'll be able to do some shenanigans there.
Yep.
That's probably the play into the Genie. Then Bell, Accomplished Mystic, move the damage over to...
What do we take out?
Probably... there's arguments for Elsa, there's arguments for Calhoun, if you're worried about the lore race. So we'll see which way we go here.
Maybe Calhoun, I'd assume. Maybe Calhoun. I don't know, man. Ooh, these players at the top. Mad for Cam is pointing out in the chat here, Purple Steel can definitely go wider than Blurple can control. That is one of the strategies, and William clearly showing an understanding of that strategy. What did the bell just?
Well, we'll see which way Humble chooses to go here. He's got something in mind, so it looks like we're going to slide 2 damage over and take out that Calhoun there.
Why wouldn't we? Oh, genius play. Genius plays. He took. Oh man, I thought it might. I was like, what's going on here? Now, what Humble is saying is, if you don't take out my elephant this turn, I will be able to sneak 2 damage away from the elephant every single turn and turn the damage on the elephant into an advantage for myself. Wow. Wow, a very heads-up play here from Humble, understanding that it might be better to just move the damage from one character to another and then put the leave the damage onto the elephant, putting pressure onto William, because now you kind of want to take out the elephant, but can you? Do you really want to use up that many resources?
Yeah, no, it's a good point. So yeah, the decision here, I mean, do you
put your dock?
Hypnotic Strength, though, so let's see which way we choose to go here. You can plus up one of those Diablos. I think drawing the card, it looks like that's the way we're going to go. William indicating he's going to give Challenger something down. There it is. That's on the Diablo. That Diablo most likely challenge into the Elephant here shortly. Madam Mim now giving everything Challenger 1, so that Diablo now Challenger 3.
Yep.
And then another dock at the right time. I think that's 3 docks this game on curve.
And he'll be able to challenge this other Dumbo or this other Diablo.
Look at that Madam Mim. Madam Mim is the star of this deck in this meta, in my opinion. One of them at least. And now singing Strength of Raging Fire. Removing that bell. Just so oppressive.
A heartbreaker right here. I mean, the game is not over. Humble still has a shot to get in this. I don't know what the cards are or what the combos are going to be, but this looks dire. What do we have to take care of? First of all, we got to get that genie off of the board somehow. So a Hades would be a not bad play. You know, if we had it, it looks like Humble does not. So we get the genie. We're drawing a card here. Oh boy, look at the confidence of William. Look at this aura emanating off of this man as he is seeing the board and he's watching as Humble is trying to draw, desperately trying to find an answer here. This, I mean, yeah, I got to assume you're going into the dock. You don't want to give an extra card into the Diablo. Yeah, you take back 1 damage, but I mean, how much are you even really doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what's being counted here, which means that William will get to 17. William, Liam, is there an answer?
It's going to be tough. One thing I've noted too, like Humble has not seen a Hades. I think any game. I don't remember when anyway. Maybe game 1, but would love to draw that here. I mean, it is only removing one thing, but when you can remove a character, when you can send Genie to the Inkwell and then establish a 3/6 body on the board to do some work, really powerful. But Humble hasn't seen one yet. If there's a way back in it, you would have liked a Hades like 2-3 turns ago. But back over to William here. There's just not a lot against a wide board state. Now, if you can sing like second star to the right, fill your hand, do a bunch of things, that's something. But Bell now sliding damage counters around, removing that Rafiki, and just going to town, questing.
And the writing is on the wall here. Yeah, we're getting up to 17, and now Humble has to deal with everything. I mean, has to deal with just about everything to bring himself back in, and Sail the Azurite Sea is not the card that's going to bring you back into this match here. It looks like a GG's that we're getting in chat. Oh, a heartbreaker. A heartbreaker. Humble, a pillar of the Lorcana community, always in the chats, always putting out some wholesome content. But this Into the Unknown is gonna do a little, not a lot. And not enough.
And there's the fist bump.
There's the fist bump.
Yeah, fantastic play and nothing away from William either. Like fantastic tournament navigated by him.
Absolutely.
Fantastic game. I mean, if you're going to take down Charlie's, going through a player of Humble's caliber is one way to do it. So a shout out to both players for an excellent performance this tournament. You love to see it. And William taking that match. I do think for me, kind of the story of this game, if I could highlight three things. One is Humble didn't see a Hades, I think, all match. And Hades is such a just the instant removal as well as establishing a 3/6 body, especially when you're trying to do some board control, is just so important. Hades also sings second star to the right. It's just there's a reason it's gone from like a couple dollar card to like a $15 card now.
Wow.
Because it's up there. Because it's so powerful. It's so good in this meta. Humble didn't see a 1. On William's side of the board, hit the docks like at the perfect time every time. Found the docks, drew the cards, and this deck when Amethyst Steel is winning, it's because it puts on the gas by dropping cards, drawing a dock, dropping cards, drawing cards, dropping a dock. Dude, yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
And then the other piece is that Mana Mim. Now, it wasn't as impactful in this matchup as it was in the Amber Steel matchup, but we did see it here numerous times, just changing the math. Diablo, for example, you pointed out, really innocuous card, 0-1 Quester, but at any time when it can get Challenger +1 and start to do some damage because of a Mana Mim, it changes everything. So,
and then as we saw with that hypnotic strength, right, turns into a Challenger +3. Now we're really cooking. You're making a trade, right? It's reminiscent of the crab.
Yep, absolutely. It's a crab. You turn Diablo into a crab. So.
Crab the hard way.
That's right. Yeah, we have a crab at home. It's a Madam Surfer and Hypnotic Strength.
I mean, Liam, you got any? You know of any tournaments that are cropping up around?
There's a lot of fun ones going on now. Next weekend in Denver's PPG, we're going to be there with 20 Lore Pro commentating. Check it out. It's going to be a big event. It's a CCQ, the first one that we've seen in North America, allowing people to get an invite to Continental. So take a look at that. The weekend after that is a fun little cheeky tournament up in Dallas, Texas. It's the Diet Coke Invitational. The entry fee is a package, a 12-pack of Diet Coke. Nothing else. If you come with Diet Pepsi, you won't be allowed to play. Diet Coke gets you in. Yeah. And there's some fun prizing there. I'll be there with Aaron. We'll be doing some commentating, and it'll be a lot of fun. And after that, as you said, it's Nexus Gaming in Waco, Texas, Central Texas. So a lot of big tournaments coming up there.
Yep. And if you win the Diet Coke Invitational, you actually win a case of Dr. Pepper. That's what I've been told. And then if that's not enough for you, you know that we're going to be seeing
more?
You, Liam, at the DLC in Milwaukee. Well, there happens to be a fun night because the DLC, you want to come in on Friday. You want to get everything sorted out. There's a little bit of, there's some on-demand events. There's some fun tournaments out there, getting ready for the big DLC. However, Thursday, if you're around, go check out World Class Cards. They are putting out on Thursday, October 23rd, a fun night with World Class Cards. We're talking DKP. We're talking Frank Karsten, right? We're talking I already said DKP. He's so good, you got to say his name twice.
So nice, say his name twice.
And the entire world-class crew is going to be there. It's going to be a fun night. I believe there's going to be costumes. I believe there's going to be karaoke. You're not going to want to miss that. So go out and party. Have some fun before the big DLC. Take a little time for yourself. That's what I say.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out one other event.
Please.
But just it's fun. It's not a tournament, but
it is the Diet Pepsi.
It's the Diet Pepsi Invitational. It's happening the weekend.
In Liam's garage. Be there.
And if you bring Diet Coke, you will not be allowed in.
Yeah. Sorry. Please.
No. So it's another event that I like to shout out in Pennsylvania. If you're in that area, there's going to be Legends Expo, which there's no Lorcana tournament, but there's going to be at least 4 or 5 Lorcana artists there, including Grace Tron, who's flying in all the way from Vietnam. Very prolific Lorcana artist, one of the nicest people. You can go to that expo. You can get cards signed, cards sketched, and meet some amazing people. I'll be there. And that's the same weekend as Nexus. So go to Nexus if you can't go to Nexus in Texas because you can't fly down there and you're in the Pennsylvania area. Check out Legends Expo near the end of the month. What else is going on?